Hey guys, it's Omi, and welcome back to Pokemon XG. This is episode 2, and we're starting out. What are we doing? The, the lab. Yeah, the professor just got kidnapped. That's a quick recap for you right there, because I don't remember what's going on. So I think what we're supposed to do is just talk to your mom, and she'll give you your mission. This basic data should be fine. So, oh yes, we're going to Gaeton Port, or Gadion Port, I don't know. I think it's Gaeton Port, that's what I've always called it. Gadion Port, yeah, Gaeton Port. And then she makes you bring Jovi because, you know, you have to. And, in Gaeton Port, I feel like Gaeton's Port is wrong. I've always said that, I've never really questioned it, but now I'm just like, that sounds bad, saying it out loud. But, in Gaeton Port, there's a ton of, well, a ton. There's two shadow Pokemon that I can capture. I don't remember exactly what they are in this hack. Normally they're Ladybug and Poochyena. But in this hack they might be things that are actually useful. Oh, actually I shouldn't leave yet, because I know I can battle that guy. This guy just gives you, like, Teachy TV. Or, like, tutorial memos that you can read if you want, which I am not going to read. Actually, maybe I won't read them. Let's just see what they are. Oh, okay, this tells you, this is just the Pokedex. Wait, does it not show me my Pokemon? Why do I only have details on the Pokemon I've seen? It's kind of strange. That's neat. Yeah, see, Psychic isn't in this. Psychic isn't in the chart here. I mean, Fairy. What am I talking about? Psychic. Fairy's not in the chart, but you know, it's there. We know the Fairy matchups, well, at least we should. So it shouldn't be too hard to remember. My fan just came on. Hopefully it's not loud. Even if it is, it should go off after a while, after the mic adjusts. Why am I here? Oh right, I was gonna look at the Crane memos. I have such short-term memory, it's insane. I think they just tell you about Shadow Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, I'm not reading this. Let's just battle this guy and then I can go to Gaeton Port and get 2 more Shadow Pokemon. Okay, can't battle him just yet. Once we get back, we can battle him, for sure. Now, one of the problems that is in this game is that, like, since there's no wild Pokemon in the region, don't ask me why that's a thing. There's no wild Pokemon anywhere. That's so weird. That's such a weird explanation. I never got that. That just doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. There's no wild Pokemon in Ore, so there's no in the shops. You can't buy Pokeballs. So we're stuck with the 4 we have left that after catching Ralts, for catching whatever comes next. So if we run out, then we're screwed for trying to catch those encounters. Don't zoom in on like that. Oh my god. So Jovi accidentally trips over this guy's shoes, and he decides it's a good idea to assault a little girl. Look at his he has no pupils. And his legs are so scrawny. Cool, nice belly shirt. Oh, that's great. Sorry doesn't begin to cut it. This guy has, in the original games, he has a shadow Zangoose that you capture later in the game. He probably still has Zangoose. Oh, that was a lag. Yes, he still has Zangoose. It's a lot pinker than I remember. Pretty sure it should be red. And then this guy comes out, sends out his Alakazam and murders his Zangoose in one shot. I remember that. This guy looked so cool to me as a kid. Oh, that's not an Alakazam. It's level 61. Originally his Alakazam was level 40, and the Zangoose is level 28. So yeah, you can see that the level curve, well, at least like, I'm not saying that like, just the levels here change, but like at the point where we normally find Zangoose, it would normally be level 28, but now it'll be level 40, so that's how the level curve is like way higher than the normal Pokemon XD. He walks off and then these guys just leave too. Thank you. Look at her stupid looking face and her stupid hair. I'm not the villain. Spoilers. Okay, so now we're in Gaetan Port. I think I have to drop Zoe off before I can... Zoe? Jovi off before I can go do anything important. So Jovi sees her friend and stays with her, I think. And then I can just go explore the city as I want. So what we're doing here is we're trying to get a part for a machine, for the Shadow Purification machine. I think that's what we're doing. I didn't read. That's what I remember that we're here to do. Dun, 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 dun. So, let's get going. I think I'll go get Ledyba first. I'm just calling it Ledyba. It's probably still not Ledyba. But I'm gonna go get the Pokemon that used to be Ledyba first. It's on the other side of the city. Actually, no. I don't know if I can with Jovi with me still. There's the gate, or this thing. Yeah, he's standing over there. You're not allowed to go on the bridges just yet. Once you get to the part shop is when that happens, I think. Is it the part shop? No, this is just a house. This is the part shop. At some point in the episode, I might go around and talk to everyone in the city just to see who does or doesn't. Okay, so he goes to Dr. Kamiko's manor. That's where I'm supposed to go, I think. And this guy gives you any of the Eevee stones to evolve your Eevee. Oh, and it tells you what their abilities are. That's really nice. Magic Bounce on Espeon, Filter on Umbreon. Wait, Filter. Oh my, that's really good. If I want a really tanky Eevee, Umbreon is what I would go with. But since this is a Nuzlocke and it's going to be a difficult game, I might just go with that. I'm torn between these two. Because it's quiet, which is up special attack and minus speed, so I don't lose any attack for still going Umbreon, and I can still use special moves. I think Umbreon has equal special to physical and special attack, so I don't think it matters too much. I think I'm gonna go with Umbreon. I think, plus if I went with Espeon, I already have Ralts and Beldum for other psychic types, and I don't want to overlap too much. I'm definitely not using Flareon because I'm quiet. I don't really want to go with Jolteon because it's really squishy. I think I'm going to go with actually, that has Storm Drain. That can protect your ally from water type attacks. Same with Lightning Rod. Guts isn't as great. I think I'm definitely gonna go with Umbreon. Umbreon's really tanky, and that'll help me out in the Nuzlocke. Plus, I'd never really use Umbreon because, never really felt like using Umbreon. As soon as I oh yes, I already mentioned this. As soon as we get to a gate village, the name reader is there, and that's when I'll change the name of Eevee and Beldum. So I'm gonna go ahead and oh, I never checked out Ralts actually. We can't see its nature yet, so you know. We could guess based on its stats, but I don't know enough about its stats to know. It's Trace, which is pretty good. What's its other ability? Synchronize? I think Trace is much better. And this is already one of the new Shadow moves. This is Shadow Pulse, so it's just a 50 power normal, you know, Shadow moves. If you don't know what Shadow moves do, I might as well explain that now. If you don't know what Shadow moves do, they're super effective against every type except for Shadow type. So like Shadow Pokemon aren't good against Shadow Pokemon, but they're really good against non-Shadow Pokemon. And like, you know, the other way around too. Wait. No, that's not true. Just that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and evolve Eevee now because we don't want it to miss out on any moves they could get while leveling up as Umbreon. And this will be my first evolution. Hooray! I actually need to think of a name for this Eevee. This Umbreon. Sorry. I think I made the right choice here. This will definitely be a good addition to a team, especially in a Nuzlocke. You can't just go in with full power and expect to, you know, survive. So we have Umbreon, a quiet Umbreon. It has equal special attack and attack, and it already has stab, so that's nice. That was a good choice. Now we'll head to Kaminko's Manor, because I think that's where the guy told me that the thing was at. Oh, alright. So Chobeen shows up and attacks you again because he can't see. I forgot to switch out Ralts and Beldum. I should have switched them. I'm not using Beldum, so I might as well start training Ralts now. Shadow Pokemon are strange. I didn't mention this before. Shadow Pokemon don't level up. Oh, he's a Beldum. Shadow Pokemon don't level up more. I think he's gonna be a Steel type trainer. I should finish my sentences instead of just moving on. But sorry. Shadow Pokemon don't level up normally, so to level them up, it says it's level 16 plus usually. So it'll say that level plus. It said that for the Zangoose earlier, and I didn't really say anything about it, but here it should say that. So yes, ooh, Levitate. It'll say level 16 plus, and when it like Shadow Pokemon don't gain any experience, but when you purify them, they gain all the experience that you gained while training them. So they'll level up a ton when you purify them, but they won't level up at all if you keep them Shadow Pokemon. Oh, it's already learned Fairy Wind. Yeah, so you see that little purple bar underneath Ralts? When that gets empty, that means you can purify it. And that goes down with just battling it with it or just walking around. It's basically friendship. But I will be using Fairy Wind. And as it goes down, you'll gain moves, you'll be able to see its nature, you'll just gain friendship with it. And the ability to unlock its heart, as the game puts it. So yeah, it didn't show Ralts gaining any experience because it did, but it didn't right now. I'm not sure if the AI knows how to detect fairy types. I should just use Bite. I don't know why I switched to Hyper Voice, but it doesn't really matter. Ralts will take care of the Magnemite. So yes, we defeat Chobeen again. He battles us a lot, I think, after mistaking us for burglars many times. Maybe he should get some porch lights so he can see who it is. Wait. Did you see the way that his doors opened? They opened like sliding doors. It won't open again unless I leave the area, which I'm not doing, but they open like sliding doors. It's kind of strange. This guy's the one who, gives us the part that we need. Yep. And he'll go to the machine part shop, and we can get the part, and then we can take it back to our mom. But instead of doing that, I'm gonna explore Gaeton Port, because there's shadow Pokemon and items we can get there. Yeah, I think I will edit out a part where I go talk to everyone in the town to see if there's any items I can get. Because, you know, if there's anything there that's helpful, I don't want to miss it. But I'm gonna skip out on talking to people, at least while I'm gonna continue doing this. The Pokemon Center is over here too. The Pokemon Mart is right above it. Okay, before I forget, let me switch out Beldum. I don't really want Beldum at the front anymore. Sorry, Beldum, you're useless. I'm gonna avoid using Beldum at all costs. If you guys don't really completely know why I'm avoiding using Beldum so much, since it's a modest nature, that means its special attack will be up by 10% and its attack will be down by 10%. And what I really need on Beldum is attack, and 10% may not seem like a lot, but it really is a lot. It's a lot. It doesn't matter this early in the game, but it really will start to matter. Oops. You have to say no to this guy if you want to battle him, which is what I'm trying to do. So I'm really hoping that he stops talking and battles me. I think he gives me a track, normally. I don't know if the TMs are changed in this game. I assume they are. Ooh, Sheer Force will actually be pretty useful. Wait, that's actually really good, because I think Shadow Pulse has a chance to flinch, and since that's removing the chance to flinch, it should really increase the damage. Hyper Voice, since it hits both. I think spread moves are weakened in this game. I'm not completely sure. I haven't really tested. But if they are weakened, it's just like real Pokemon. In Double Battle, spread moves do 75% of the damage? Something like that. Oh, okay, so Ralts went into Rage Mode, and in Rage Mode, they sometimes hit themselves, or maybe they hit themselves all the time. It's one of those. And it's really annoying, but if you want to get rid of it, you call them, and then you'll see its purple bar. Its heart gauge will go down by a lot after calling them in Rage Mode. It's helpful for that, but other than that, Rage Mode is kind of a nuisance. It makes you waste a turn by having to call them. I didn't actually check how long the first episode is, so I don't really have anything to base it on. So I'm just gonna make this 30 minutes long about, because this game kind of slow at times, so I'm just gonna try to speed it up. Well, not speed it up. Make less episodes by making it longer. Oh, it's Reflect. Usually it's definitely Attract. Ooh, and Umbreon can actually learn Reflect. I think I'm going to teach Umbreon Reflect. If I'm going to make Umbreon a tanky support Pokemon, Reflect will be something that is super useful. I think I'm going to keep Protect, too. I think I'm going to get rid of Headbutt for now. Hyper Voice, I'm not sure if spread moves are weakened, but if they aren't, then Hyper Voice is definitely better than Headbutt. If not, Headbutt might have been better. Plus, I'm quiet, so Hyper Voice will be stronger if I have no special attack. Oh, where'd the guy go? Oh, I have to speak to the guy who's repairing the bridge. The bridge in this town never made sense to me. Even as a kid, I could tell it was pretty messed up. Like, to get to the bridge, you have to step on the buttons, but if there's no one to step on the buttons, you can just be stranded on this side of the city. It really doesn't make any sense. It's like a terrible bridge design. Why not just have a four-way bridge? There's no point in having this. Or even if there is, like, for letting boats pass, I guess. So that would be a point, actually. That would be a good reason to have it. But even if there is, why would there be buttons that random people can just step on? That doesn't make sense. It should be controlled by, like, a system, like a stoplight. It doesn't make sense. It's just bad. But it works by game standpoint, so... We're gonna head to this guy's house. I'm not sure if he gives us something. But since he lives alone on this little island, I'm guessing he does. He does not. So the first battle for a Shadow Pokemon that we can get in this game is this one right here, besides the tutorial one with Ralts, I guess. But you might have seen him. He's right straight across from here. And he'll battle us, and we'll take his Pokemon. You know, the greatest part about taking his Pokemon was, he's like, huh, it's cool, it almost looked like you stole my Pokemon there. Pidgey and Tailo. I wonder if it's Pidgey or Tailo. I think it's Tailo. I think it's usually the second one they send out. Let's see, moment of truth. It's Tailo. Okay. Now a bunch of Pokemon are changed, so I think Tailo has a special ability in this. I'm actually going to lead with Reflect, because we already have Psybeam too. I'm going to lead with Reflect, because it'll just make it easier to catch, since Tailo's, wow, really? Its speed and evasiveness rose with that move. What was it called? Shadow Agility? That's interesting. Yeah, see, so that's an example of, like, some of the new Shadow moves. They do strange and different things. Of course, it goes straight into Rage mode. Now, I don't want to kill the Tailo, because I need to catch that. So I'm gonna go ahead and growl it with Ralts, just so I don't get... Oh wait, no, I'm just gonna call Ralts. I'm just gonna Hyper Voice to take care of Pidgey, and then I'm going to call Ralts. I don't need Ralts hitting itself while I'm doing a Nuzlocke. We have Reflect up, so I don't think anything that this Tailo does can kill it. Yeah, that did no damage. Because Shadow resists Shadow in this game. But Pokemon with Shadow typings have their original typings and the Shadow typing. They're basically 3-type Pokemon. Of course, Hyper Voice misses. It had that evasiveness rise from before. I'm gonna go ahead and bite it and growl. I don't want to end up taking it out by accident. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage. Okay, good thing I did not attack it. If I did, it would be dead. Now, let's try to catch it. Hopefully it works on the first Pokeball. I only have 4 of these, and I need the other 3 for whatever I'm catching next. First catch of the game, here we go. There we go. Tailo was caught. So we have Tailo now. We can't actually name them until we purify them, if that's, you know, a question you had. Once we purify them, I'll give them names, and their names will go on the layout. For now, it's just gonna be their Pokemon name. For a second there, you took my Pokemon. Worlds can now be purified. We can't actually do it yet. We can start purifying Pokemon once we get to a gate village. Tailwheel. It has guts. I'm pretty sure when I caught one before it had Gale Wings, so that's unfortunate that we got one with Guts. Guts isn't a terrible ability though. I don't mind. So Shadow Stealth. Oh, okay, so Shadow Stealth has priority. And Shadow Agility does what I said it did, which raises speed and its evasion. It's a really annoying move, actually. Nice. I might be able to check Ralts' nature by now, too. It's Bashful. I think that's neutral? I'm not sure what Bashful is. I don't think it's terrible, though. No, Bashful isn't neutral. I think I'll look it up on my phone while I'm walking. I'm gonna go heal before I head up to the tower, though. Because there are trainers in there, and I don't want Ralts to be low. Or Taillow. Oh, there's a house here. I thought this led back to the main land, but, you know, just a house. And he doesn't say anything useful either. Okay, no, that was right. That's right. I got lost on these bridges once. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Oops. I'm kind of looking at my phone trying to look up the nature. It doesn't tell me in this game. I don't have them all memorized. I'm trying to get it down. Let's see. Bashful. Bashful is... I think Bashful's neutral. Yeah, it must be. I don't think it's on this chart. Yes, Bashful is a neutral nature. Okay, well that's not bad. That means it doesn't lose anything. Of course, Modest would be better than Bashful by a landslide. But I have nothing to complain about. Except for the Beldum. Beldum's I can complain about. I'm actually gonna battle with Taillow, because trying to purify Taillow should be a good goal of mine. It's pretty quick. I think the ROM hack made purifying faster in this game, so that, you know, you don't have to spend too long to purify Pokemon. It is kind of annoying. Although I think they did make it a little bit too easy. I don't think I should have gotten Ralts that quickly. What? How many battles did we do? Two? 2 battles and it was already done? That seems like really fast to me. Okay, I said we were gonna run out of Pokeballs, but this game was nice to me and put some Pokeballs in a Pokeball chest. Now I could take the elevator, but there's a bunch of items in this place that I'm just gonna take the stairs and get. Take the elevator back down. What is this, a lighthouse? I don't actually remember what this place is. I think it's just I think it's a lighthouse. It must be. Wait, TM11? Will-O-Wisp. Oh, TMs are infinite in this game. Oh, okay, I thought TMs would not be infinite. But they are, so I'm just gonna teach all my TMs to whatever I can. I forgot to mention that they were infinite. Nothing can learn Will-O-Wisp right now, but hopefully that changes. Ralts might be able to learn it. I doubt it, actually. Is Will-O-Wisp a TM in any game? It must be. I don't remember that. I think it is. I think it's TM in every game. Not in every game, like not Gen 1, but it might be a TM in like later games. Maybe I got Will-O-Wisp. Maybe this next Pokemon that I catch will be a Ghost type. But, you know, if you want to find out, you're going to have to watch the next episode. Because this is the end of this episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later in the next episode of Pokemon XG. See ya.